Hey Aquarius, welcome to your December reading. I feel like the camera's moved. A little bit annoying. I just recorded Libra, and I was like, I always test it now because sometimes my videos are recorded without sound, and then I upload it and there's no sound. So I started playing it and there was no sound. I was like, no, please no. But it turned out that it was just my laptop not playing sound, like it was playing sound but you couldn't hear anything. It was very annoying. But well, good. No needing to re-record anything. So this month it's a little bit different with how I'm laying out. As you know, if you follow me, I just go with what feels right and what I'm drawn to in the moment. And yeah, it's kind of a little bit different this month, which is quite cool. I like it when things change up a little bit. So I'm using these cards behind me, these oracle decks, as kind of like the little additional cards. And then I'm using two different tarot decks for the main read. This surface that I'm working on and the area I'm in, as you can see, we're kind of squished in an area. It's not working for me. But you know, we'll do what we gotta do this month. We do what we gotta do. It's Christmas nearly. What are you guys doing for Christmas? This is coming out very differently to how it has the others, Aquarius. Very interesting. It might be a long read for you. I've been doing really long readings this month. Just that's how it subsequently happened. But yeah, for the last two readings, I've kind of just really flowed straight through them really fast. Yours seems to be going quite slow again. I mean, seems to have a lot of cards, which means it will probably be a long one again, sorry. It's pretty cool. Some of the neutral crossing energies. Well, that one definitely wanted to come out. And our final cards. What you guys doing for the festive season this year? I love learning, hearing about other people's traditions. I like to kind of create my own little traditions. This year's the first year where I'm a single parent, so it would definitely be a little bit different for us. I'm still excited. I do love Christmas, so I'm all excited to get into the festivities and things, and go see Santa. Okay. Your first card is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone. As I said that, I got this sense of trying something that you wouldn't usually try. So have a think on that. Maybe opportunities that come your way that is not something you would usually go for. It might be the right answer for you that you're seeking during this time. Yeah, I'm getting this sense of going in a different direction. So I kind of want to say, if you think you're going to do something, if you're going in one direction, that's kind of like the plan you have, something you have in your mind, to go in a completely different direction. So have a think on what that could apply to for you, Aquarius, but that's quite cool. Balance. I still feel like you are really striving towards balance, Aquarius. I do feel like there's been this struggle in you this year to kind of get that balance, and it's the year of balance, but it does not mean we're going to get it. And I feel like it's because what you're being thrown at you is going to get you there, but you do have to face what's coming at you. I feel this desire to say to you, Aquarius, that keep up the good work. Just because you haven't seen the result yet, it's because there's still stuff to go. This might not be for everybody. I just feel like specifically a few people that are watching, that it's kind of saying, keep going. Don't just give up and go back into old patterns. I have this sense of it being kind of, it's like the universe trying to break you out of patterns and cycles, which means, you know, that's kind of like tower card moments, and there's been plenty of that this year worldwide. Universal energies are giving us these tower card moments to get us to the foundation so we can rebuild something much more you know, secure, steady, stronger. And that's what I feel like is happening too for some of you Aquarians, that you really are kind of, you need to be breaking out of these patterns. I feel like they're unhealthy patterns that need to be broken. So this balance card to me is like, keep striving for balance, which is work and play, which is indulging but also taking care of yourself. I feel like you need this balance, because I feel as though if you try and do everything like really, say, in a really positive light, so I'm going to use weight management as an example for this analogy, so it's not necessarily applied to you, this scenario, but it'll help you understand what I mean by this balance. So when we are trying to lose weight, we can often limit what we intake, so we get all very strict. That can often lead, I mean, different minds, different personalities are going to take on different techniques. So again, beware, some techniques might not work for you, or even if it's worked for you previously, doesn't mean it will in future. We change as humans, our bodies change with age. Something that worked for us at 20 is not going to work for you at 35, okay? So I feel as though that is going to lead you to an unsuccessful feat here by sticking with one technique, which again, take a different route, is what I said earlier. But again, so it's a balance. So for example, I have a sweet tooth, so even when I am doing, if I just say you're not allowed this, it works for me, I lose the weight and that, but I'm unhappy. So there's no balance there. I like to have my chocolate because that helps me during the time of the month time. It helps me during stressful times, because chocolate does have that natural stress in the cocoa or whatever. Not going to get all technical and shiz, but so I feel like you need that balance. So reward yourself during whatever you're going through. So if you are quitting bad habits, quitting smoking, I feel as though the way that it's going to work for you is not by punishing yourself. It's by finding a balance that's going to work for you. So keep that in mind. Your commitment is being tested, and this is exactly what I'm saying. Don't give up. You are being tested during this time, and I do feel as though it's like the universe saying, how much do you want this? Because I want you to start choosing the right things for the right reasons. So let's just test you, see how much you actually want it. You kind of get that kind of vibe and energy around you. And trust is the next. It's like trust in the process. With this, I get the sense of trusting in others as well. I feel like saying to you as well, don't lean on others. I feel like trust, it might be an issue for you, and I feel like it's something that you need to practice, is allowing other people their freedom. I feel like actually that may have been something familiar with what I said to you last month, in regards to feeling like you need to be the one that's in control of the relationship, kind of things within the relationship, and that's going to, again, not have a balance. You're not going to have, you know, if you're making yourself happy by your partner suppressing parts of themselves, it's going to make them unhappy. There's no relationship balance there too. And I do just get this sense of, because you are up and down in these tower moments, it can get us a little bit in a space where we're not our healthiest self, and I feel like being aware of that helps with communication around that. And communication is very important, and communication is key to any kind of relationships that we have. Work relationships, loving relationships, family relationships, friendships, all of those need communication, or else they fizzle out. There's no healthiness to that. And I really get this urge of saying healthy choices, healthiness, which is quite interesting, Aquarius. So keep that in mind. Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so your look is changing. I do get this sense of your look turning, and like I said about how it's like, I feel as though you have an opportunity and then it might go down, ups and downs and ups and downs. Again, this is a roller coaster you're supposed to be riding, but I do feel this is paired with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and I kind of feel with this card, especially in this deck specifically, that means that you need to kind of nurture yourself more, because you may be feeling very vulnerable during this time. something to do with heart and love. I feel it's your feelings actually in your heart. Maybe feeling a little bit disheartened during all of this, which again makes complete sense with me feeling this up and down and being told to, you know, have faith, keep going, be persistent. But stop trying to work so hard and strict. We have the Eight of Pentacles as a crossing energy here. And the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I kind of feel like it's have fun, play a little bit more in areas that you're working towards. Stop being so serious and trying to control the situation. If the Eight of Pentacles was upright, I would be like, hey, put your all into something, work really hard. But I feel as though perhaps you're trying to force things too much. And that again comes with disappointments when you don't get the results, because you're not in this space of it being light-hearted. You're in a space which is down. And I feel as though with this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, you perhaps feel like your luck is down as well. I do get this sense of it being very much your feelings and how you are feeling, which is very validated, but also kind of a good thing, because it's saying like your luck's not down, it is just how you're feeling, and that's perspective. And what do we do in those situations is we work towards creating a better perspective and mindset, because remember, what's in your head is what you create in your life. It's what you bring out into reality. I'm just going to click on here on my laptop to make sure you are recording sound. Yes. So that crossing energy is leading us to, down here, Two of Wands and Page of Swords, which is a coming together of something, and it's having direction and purpose. It is soulmate energy, so in regards to love and affection, I feel as though it's leading you towards this soulmate connection. If this is a dynamic around relationships, I feel as though it comes to down to one person, as in you finally having that one person. I feel specifically to say one person, so weird. Definitely a strong connection. I do feel as though I feel this person's presence here, of them being kind of knowing, they know something, they see something, maybe they see you for who you are, and this is like a really positive influence for you, something you need in your life. But I definitely get connections and feeling, in terms of your feelings, feeling much more kind of complete in this. What's up, little bird? Okay, let me finish this video and we will come and do that, okay? I gotta do the videos first, remember? We do a video and then we do something and then we do a video and then we do something, because I'm recording 3 a day. So it's a little bit of a handful when you're juggling children and things, but yeah, Mummy will come after this, okay? With that Page of Swords, it's about kind of jumping in as well. Maybe not having all the answers, but having faith in where you're going. And I feel like directional with this, like make a choice, make a move. That Two of Wands is very much coming together of ideas as well. So in terms of anything, it's like coming together of ideas and really being directional, and heading towards something specific, which is cool. Okay, so the next we have is communication. You need to communicate. I feel like there has perhaps been a lack of communication, and actually I feel like, I want to say, like, you talk a lot but don't say a whole lot of things, which I do think is an Aquarius trait, actually. My brother is an Aquarius, and he's like salesman-y, and he talks a lot of crap, but he doesn't say a whole lot, and that's exactly how I'm seeing this. It's paired with Three of Cups, which means friendships, coming together, good times. I feel like you need to have more conversations of substance, and perhaps that's what's lacking as well with this feeling in the heart center. Maybe it's like a loneliness a little bit. I get like a kind of hidden sense of there, of feeling as though people don't understand, and perhaps it's because you're not opening up. I feel like you will feel like you are, but I think if you actually just look at your communications with people and how close you are you really being your authentic self, or are you just being that kind of So I'll use my brother example again, like Aquarius, because he is my example of an Aquarius, of where, you know, you're the good laugh, you're the good friend who they like to have a good time with, but really, do they know you deep down? Is it just more of the funny guy that they're knowing? Because I feel as though this is a great time for you to really actually be that vulnerable person that you are, because that is an Aquarian trait, to be very vulnerable and caring, but I feel like it's a trait to not express that in a really truly authentic way, and I feel like this is a really good time for that. Alright, and this is, we have Seven of Pentacles as the crossing energy. We have success, reaching our goals. And I feel like you need to have teamwork in order to be successful in wherever you're going. Whether it be in, so if we say in terms of relationships, do you want to hold my hand? Mummy is going to come. We've got to just finish the second half of the reading. Ew, stinky sucky. In terms of relationship, it's like working together as a team, realizing that your partner is a team. If you're in a family unit, realizing your whole family is your team and they have your back. And it's in the same way with work. Working together with other people is going to make you much more successful than trying to do things alone. But this card, this crossing energy, indicates success, reaching your goals and having full potential, which I feel like any ideas and directions that you're going in, it's going to bring you towards a really great space. But I feel like you need others to make it come into fruition. Yeah, Rooney Bug, I'm nearly done. Just another like 5 minutes or so. Do you want to go get your drink? No? Alright, Mummy will be with you in a minute. Can you stop? Do you want to sit on my knee? Okay, go get a snack. Go get one and Mummy open it. Go get it. Quick, go, go, go. Okay, so we have, sorry guys, I have to multitask. Two of Swords and Four of Swords. I'm loving that. So I definitely feel like you have a guard up with this Two of Swords. I do feel like you feel that that's something that helps you in life, like something you've learnt. However, with it paired with this Four of Swords, it's kind of coming across as needing to kind of go within and understand yourself fully. With this being the crossing energy of being successful, I feel as though this is going to get you into a space where you feel the need, I feel the need to kind of assess where you're at and if it's in alignment with where you're going, which is quite interesting. And I just feel this level of communication here bringing you to this space. I feel like maybe somebody could really help you to understand what you're thinking, that then gets you into kind of hermit mode. We don't have the hermit here, but what I mean by that is like becoming wiser and knowing of who you are and where you're going. And what snack did we get? Oh, Peppa Pig. Some little yogurt raisins. Okay, do you want to sit down here? I'll open this one. An LCM. Oh, you're lucky, aren't you? Love you. Let's have a look. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted, but I have to work with what I've got. I'm a single mom, so mom life. I am getting guarded. I don't feel like you need to be though. So I definitely feel like there's somebody who can really help you next level. I can't really quite put my finger on what this really truly means. Like I don't know relationship, I don't know friendship. I just feel like there's just something that comes together that works. With that Two of the Wands and Two of Swords, I just feel like there is something where there's two of something, putting them together to make it work. Here it could literally be ideas as well. Maybe you've had an idea, there's several ideas, bringing two of them together brings the success, but I do feel like not rushing into it. This Four of Swords is about kind of sitting down, putting down like your swords, and really kind of reflecting on things. And this is why I feel as though have a think on what your ideas are and how you can meld them together to create something successful. I just feel like coming together of two things, but taking your time with it. We have the Lovers in reverse here in, oh, it's kind of opposing with those. Yes, definitely communication in your relationships is needed. I kind of get this sense of feeling imbalanced in a relationship. I feel like you need to give attention to your relationship, or if you are building a relationship, that you might need to be the one that's a little bit more attentive during this time. And I feel like it could be that someone has tried and tried and tried, and your side of the communication has lacked something that's made the other person feel worthy or valued, because I'm getting this sense here, this communication with that Six of Pentacles. I feel like you need to really decide what you want and communicate this with a partner. Make them feel the value that you feel for them. Okay, in the future position, what's that? In the future position, we've got Two of Wands again. It's in reverse here. Let me see what I'm seeing it as. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. I definitely feel like you need to put more attention into partnerships and friendships. I feel as though there may be, and this could be like with family members or something. I feel like there may be a connection that you've taken for granted, that you might be burning bridges a little bit here. I can drawn to the flames of it kind of ruining a relationship. And I do feel like it's just, you're going through some stuff, and I feel like that kind of makes your focus be more upon yourself, and this energies in the air is driving us towards that. So don't beat yourself up about this if this is true for you. You're seeing that, because that's counterproductive. I just see that maybe needing to be a little bit more sensitive to others who you care about, actually, in the future position. The Page of Pentacles is about money and things. I feel as though, again, don't take risks here in terms of money. I feel like you actually need to do the opposite and be a little bit more smarter with financials coming up into the future. Trust your intuition, but I feel as though the intuition of others is a little bit more on point. So, and I feel really influenced by other people being a good influence for you. So stop trying to do everything alone and be so damn independent, because I definitely feel like you need to lean on support, on kind of, I feel like others have teaching moments for you, like things you can learn from others. So if you are trying to save money, perhaps those people around you are very good at saving money, and you actually need to, you know, take that advice instead of just being like, oh, it's alright, it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to do that. I get this kind of stubbornness, so be aware of that. Yeah, that's all I'm getting for you, Aquarius. Interesting. Okay, your final three cards. We have crystals that could be good for you during this time. We have Moonstone, Peach Selenite, and Smoky Amazonite. Transcendence, Abundance, and Insight. Interesting. So you're definitely going through something and growing during this time. You're transcending, which I do feel is why everything is highlighted on things within you that need to be brought out and kind of dealt with, is what I want to say, like seen to. I do get this sense of just bad habits and patterns really being released from you. It might feel a little bit chaotic, but it's for a good reason. And it's leading you towards your abundance. I do feel like you are surrounded by love and people who care about you during this time, which is an abundance. But I also feel like really you have it all around, but I just feel that it's being, as it's coming to you, you're letting it out. So it's like it's a flow. So instead of you being able to harness the good stuff, you're like experiencing it and then moving on to the next thing. This is like a Four of Swords moment where it's like, take a moment to sit in that energy. Enjoy it. Enjoy the company of others. Enjoy having financial security. Because I feel like actually you've taken a whole new direction, which is the very first card we got into, could be life-changing for you on so many levels. And I want to be next level in you at this point. Insight. So trust your intuition. I feel like you're a lot more aware and a lot more, I just feel like you just know what you need to do, really. It's just getting to that point. So trust in yourself and actually trust, because that is this card. Trust you can do it. Trust that you're going to do it. And know and understand that and let's make it happen. Let's get going, Aquarius. I don't know what that was. Anyway, I'm on a wheelie chair. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm hoping to have like a Christmas bonus, maybe a live. We shall see. But yeah, subscribe so you get all the updates. And I'll see you next month. Thank you, guys.